What's going on, guys? Today I am doing a video of the top 10 spell cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And these are not all in the entire game. That I will probably have another video later on. These are the top 10 legal ones, and I'm doing this because the ban list just hit, so we know what cards are legal and whatnot. So, yeah, the top 10 legal cards, and the criteria are that this card can be played in pretty much any deck. Or, secondly, it's not necessarily limited, like there's no criteria if it's limited or whatever, it doesn't matter. And how good it is, so that's pretty much how it is. Card can play in deck. Blah, sorry. Anyways, let's get on with it. The first card, number 10, 1 Day of Peace. Yes, each player draws one card, and neither player takes damage until the end of opponent's next turn. Any deck can play this, and I think this is a very good, underrated card. And yeah, there's not really much more to say about it except right then, and that is my personal 10, the top that any deck can play. Smashing Ground. Destroy one face-up monster your opponent controls. This has the highest defense. If it's a tie, you get to choose. Yes, it does target, so Soul Taker could be a one that you could take from here, but Smashing Ground is just overall a good tech card that you can play in your deck. It's a spell card that any deck could technically play because, well, you can destroy any card. So yeah, that will be our number 9 is Smashing Ground. I really like this card, that's why I also have it on here. Enemy Controller. Now, there's going to be cards soon after this, but this card's really good. First of all, it's kind of like a Book of Moon effect, but except it doesn't make it face down, so they can still use their effects. But it is a very good defensive card. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls and change the target's battle position, so basically attacks, paying him to defense. Or you contribute one monster that you, and then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of that target until the end phase. Yeah, so very good card. Has 2 effects, and it can be played in any deck, honestly. I mean, not many people to play it. Most people play in Monarchs and a few other decks, but it is a card that you can play in any deck, technically, as a tech card. So yeah, that is our number 8. Number 7, card kind of like Enemy Controller, but this can also be played in any deck. Target one monster opponent controls until the end phase, take control of that target, but it cannot declare attack retributed. Well, with most decks syncing and XYZ anymore, this is very helpful because most people play a deck that has at least one level 4. And most decks make rank 4s very consistent, so you can take that, and if you're syncing, you can take the monster, use your tuner. It's a very overall, very versatile card, and yeah, it can't be tributed, but you're taking control of the monster and you're getting rid of it using other plans that you can continue with whatever you were going to do for that turn. Amazing, definitely deserves on this list of number 7. Number 6. Kind of in the defensive spell category, but it's not really that played, but I think it should be, and from what I have seen, and his Asian Eyes is like one of his favorite cards from back in the day, is My Body as a Shield. Quick play, by the way. When your opponent activates a spell, a trap card, or a monster effect that would destroy monsters on the field, except during the damage step, pay 1,500 life points, negate the activation if you do destroy it. So you're fighting, Mirror Force, Dark Hole, anything except banishing. But it would work for Bottomless because Bottomless destroys, then banishes. So it would work for Bottomless. Very good card. Very good for those OTK decks that really want to protect their monsters and get the OTK through along with their trap stones and their lances. But yes, very good, underrated card, and I think it deserves that one as a top spell card. Number 5, Paw Duality. Now, yes, there are some decks that can't play this, but a lot of decks can, so I'm obviously going to put it in here. Pot of Duality, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and you add one of them to your hand, shuffle the rest of the deck, and you can't special summon the rest of the turn, but it doesn't matter because this card is awesome. You get to search through the top 3 cards of your deck and pick one of them. Yes, it can get negated through Mistake and Thunder King. Well, not negated, you just can't activate it. But it is a very good card, and it is, I don't know how it's at 3, honestly. I don't know why we can have 3 Paw Dualities. I'd rather have 3 Paw Dualities get out of the game, like, they ban all 3 Paw Dualities and bring back 1 Pot of Greed. That's my personal things, but this is what's legal, and I think Paw Duality definitely deserves number 5. Number 4, MST, Mystical Space Typhoon. Target one spell or trap card on the field and destroy that target. Why it's number 4 is because every deck plays this. Not every deck plays Paw Duality, and yes, there's some decks that will not play it, but I'd say 90% of decks play Mystical Space Typhoon. You pop opponent's back row, or field spell, or a equip card, monster, depending on what you're playing. But this card is amazing. It's versatile. There's really not much to say about it except it's quick play, so you can set it, you can play it kind of like a trap. You can do whatever you want with it, and you can play it from your hand. It's awesome. It's in every deck. It deserves number 4, but it does not deserve number 1. So, in my personal opinion. So let's go on with number 3. Book of Moon. You target one face-up monster on the field, you change the target to face-down defense position. It sounds such like a basic effect, but it is so good in defensive. Monster activates effect, put it face down. Do all this, put it face down. Like, it's awesome. Defensive, he attacks and he's a really high beater, put him face down. And it's a very good card to be able to set a monster face down. Also, it's good for an offensive, as in it's your turn, your opponent has like a high attack of like, let's just say 3200 or 3100, but it's defensive 0, like that Gishki guy. Book him, attack into him, gone. It's a very good card, and I think it's better than MST because it's so defensible, as in you can play it as a trap, and you can protect your own monsters, you can use it so to make your monsters better. It's just overall versatile, and I really like Book of Moon, and a lot of people do tech it in, and it can be played in pretty much any deck. Number 2. This card pretty much is played in every deck, to a degree. Like I said, not as much as MST, but like I said, MST I just have back there because I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like Forbidden Lance is higher on the chain because you target one face monster on the field, it loses 800 attack, and it's unaffected by spells or traps. This is also like Book of Moon, where you can use it as offensive or defensive. You're attacking into a monster that's say 3100, but you have a monster that's 2700. Make him lose the attack, you destroy him. Or if you're attacking and you're afraid of back row, and when you attack and they activate a trap, and this is for any trap, so Deep Prison would work because it doesn't destroy, it banishes, so that would be perfect. Any trap, any spell, safe. And you don't have to pay life points, it just loses 800 attack. And with some decks, the 800 attack loss is not a big deal. But, like I said, also, it can be used if you're getting attacked. You defend them. It's awesome. Love this card. Everybody likes, well, not everybody, but a lot of people love this card, Forbidden Lands. And I think it deserves number 2, but I think everybody's going to know what number 1 is. And, Dark Hole. Yep. Dark Hole. You destroy all monsters in the field. And that is awesome. It's like basically Regeki how people play it, because nobody plays it like, nobody usually pops their whole field unless it's really necessary. But you can't really get past the whole destroy all monsters in the field. No targeting, no nothing. I think it deserves number 1 because everybody plays this in a deck. I mean, I think sometimes some people are like, nah, I don't want it in my deck. But I'd say 98% of the time, everybody has at least one Dark Hole in their deck. And if you don't, I don't know why you don't, because it's definitely better than whatever card you're taking in for it. I guarantee it. Yes, there are some decks where, yeah, the Dark Hole doesn't matter because their effects protect them. And spells and traps like Forbidden Lands, like I just won on before this, is good. But Dark Hole, definitely takes the cake as the best spell card. You destroy everything. Best legal spell card. But that's all I can really say about it. So yeah, guys, this is my video of the top spell cards that are legal as of this ban list, as of this current date of what would be the ban list was being released. If you like this video, thumbs it up, subscribe, and share it to tell your friends what they think other spell cards are. And stay tuned for my top traps, top monster cards, and then my top XYZs and synchros. Yes, I'm combining them because I think it'd be better to make a list of the top XYZs and synchro effects together. But it's not gonna be a top 10. It's probably gonna be a top 15. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you later.